If you take a look here, I have my two Puff 2s here, SN1 and SN2. I honestly don't know which one's which because they have been, because they're identical. So I don't know which one's which. And they are docked normally. That docking bug has been patched. It was actually, when 12.2 came out, it broke something in Restock. Restock, very quickly in my opinion, the Restock team put out a patch to fix that, and now everything is docked here normally. I guess I'm not sure if I would call this still SN2, because you might recall at the very end of last stream I was convinced that the problem was actually in the vehicle. It wasn't, but I was convinced it was, and I deorbited the thing, and so I brought up a third one, but then there was also some sort of reverting back to old saves going on, so I don't know if you would call this still SN2 or SN3, or maybe this is just some sort of parallel continuous universe, and this is, you know, the SN2B, like Peter B. Parker. I don't know, but whatever. I don't know. We'll stick with SN2. I think I am. But we got that. I just wanted to show that this is all together, all fine. We have 6 Kerbals in here on the station, all safe and sound. Some people might be noticing the little supply box here is in the red and might be thinking that, oh, my life support, I'm really in trouble. No, it's actually only the carbon dioxide that's depleted. I put an empty carbon dioxide container on this thing on the last module I brought up, so this can collect carbon dioxide, and honestly, might have forgotten what I'm doing with said carbon dioxide. What kind of things am I running here? There is, I don't know. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with the carbon dioxide. Maybe it was for the future. But the main thing I want to get accomplished today is some of these folks need to come back down to the surface, but I still do have people coming back on the NERV 1 right here. Let's get to the info. We have Rob DV, Dan, Michael, Legee, and Javier. There was a couple of people needing rescue. We also visited an asteroid. I know it feels like it was a long time ago, but the way back has been a bit of an adventure. And they are, we can show you where they are. If I do that, there they are there. They are where we left off. They are in a low orbit, and we've been working on setting up a rendezvous with the station. So why don't we jump out to them, get them to the station, do some crew transferring, some resource transferring. We got a crew that is on their way out to Minmus as soon as this ship arrives, which is destined to carry them out to Minmus. And we got some people to come down to the surface, but all that's waiting on these fellas here. So, let's see, where are we at? Well, I got a maneuver coming up of 20 meters per second, and it is setting up here a rendezvous. Oh, I wonder if I can tweak that a little bit. Let's see if it can be tweakified. The separation here is 2.1 kilometers. Can it be made a little bit better at all? Oh, there it is, 0.8 kilometers. That's better. This is coming up in 19.1 meters per. It's a 19.1 meter per second burn, and it's coming up in just a couple of minutes. So we're almost there. But I'm gonna stop using, because I think this might have been part of the problem. Are these this warp 2 button where it goes at full warp? I think when I'm at full warp, it kind of messes up the alarms that might come up. So what I'm going to be using from now on is these Kerbal Alarm Clock, the mod, to do all my time warping. And I've set it up so that whenever I create a maneuver, it automatically makes an alarm for it, except not this time, because I actually did that update. Here, let's do 2 minutes. Add the alarm. Or maybe it doesn't work that way. Okay, maybe it is there. It's my first time. No future nodes found. What do you mean no future nodes found? What is this? Oh, this node is in the past. How did that? Oh my gosh, am I fiddling about? Okay. Alright, my bad. We're going to have to jump ahead some orbits with this node. I think in my setting up everything else, I think I flew by this node. It is in the past. Let's see if we can just see. Oh boy. It's doing so many other things. I think I literally just missed it. What if we can I get away with doing it like now? Like coming up really quick. Ah, see, now it's creating the alarm for me. Yeah, we know. Oh, go away. Okay. I'm going to try and see if we can just do this now rather than going ahead a few orbits. So just give me a moment. Thought I had this all set up. Clearly I did not. Let's push it ahead a little bit further. There's a little over a minute. Where's our closest approach? There's an 8.7 kilometers there. We're going to make this work. I don't want to wait any longer. There we go, 0.2 kilometer separation there. We're going to do the burn right now. So, opening up. Close that, close that, close that, close that. Open up our KOS terminal. I thought I had everything all set up. And we're going to run our maneuver executor. Okay. We are off. It's doing it. We can delete this node now. Yes, delete the node. It keeps... Okay, stop it. Okay, maybe I need to... Okay, let's just put this to the side. It keeps creating a new node for this burn. So maybe I just need to wait for... Close the alarm. I'll wait for the burn to be done and then we'll deal with it. Yeah, it was noticed in the chat. Torborn noticed, yeah, you're 2 minutes past the maneuver. I think what it is I set up the maneuver, and then I ended up fiddling about with other things. Probably that getting the docking ports working right, and this thing just flew by the maneuver while I was doing all that because I was too dumb to set up an alarm. Okay, where are we at here? We have now, after that burn... a 169 meter per second separation, or meter separation at closest approach. Let's see if we can dial that in a little bit. Oh my goodness, 17 meters, and we're going to be there in 31 minutes. Let's add an alarm for that. I'm going to just get in the habit of using this all the time for my alarms. 3 minutes warning. Okay, view that. We can get rid of this. Let's get over there. Go, go, go. There we go. Everything's good. I've also, I realized as well, I don't know if somebody saw it in the opening scene here, but I did not have Eve environmental visual enhancements installed properly. I had the scatterer mod installed and the sunflare mod installed, but I didn't put in the proper config file for the clouds. So now I got clouds rolling below me, so that's nice. Okay, target, retrograde. We can get rid of this maneuver now. Why did that alarm go off? Still got 5 minutes to go. A little confused. Or why did the time warping stop? Hope there wasn't. I don't know. I missed that. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Oh, a battery alert. Whatever. Whatever. Okay, now we're coming up to it. Okay, and yeah, I think we can just get in closer. Our relative speed is 84 meters per second. We still have 843 meters per second left in the vessel. Yeah, I always get these low battery warnings because of satellites that I put in orbit around other bodies to collect science, most of which actually have done their jobs and don't have anything else left to do. And I always work out how much battery power they need to survive the night. And frankly, I think I work it out pretty well. But then I get an alarm when it gets down to about 10 or 15% of the battery remaining. So I get this alarm, their batteries are low. And then right after that, I get the alarm that, oh, they're fine because they just came out into the sun because I worked it out right. All right, we're about a minute away. Let's get in a little closer. Gee, maybe I should start bleeding off some speed right now. I think would probably be a good idea. We are coming in pretty quick. Sort of keeping this time to our target about the same. Is it 48 seconds? That looks good. But while we're doing that, we're also reducing our speed. Because we're also... No, should go this way a little bit. Notice keeping the time nice and close. Oh, we're getting some rendering happening. Pause in the game. Now we're back. "15%, says John. And I should have, with the life support mishap that happened at the end of the last stream, I should have gotten a warning when their resources were down to 15% as well, their life support resources. But I think what happened is I was time warping so quickly that by the time it stopped, it actually depleted all their resources. So that's why I'm going to stop using these stock time warps, because they're just really aggressive. Start to see the station there. Again, slowing down a little bit. Hopefully, you still should have 11 ignitions left on this nuclear engine. We'll definitely service it before we start heading out towards Minmus. It is getting a little tight with the various docking berths on the station. I created a docking node some time ago, but all of the nodes are actually clustered very closely together. I might want to come up with a new docking hub type of situation. Whoa. Okay, this is probably going to be the last burn with the nuclear engine. Get it down, we can just use RCS. Oh, come on, more thrust. I'm a little quick. More thrust. Only 12. There we go. Now I'm starting to push the time back up. Okay. Again, pelting the station with our radioactive exhaust. Okay, cut it. All right. You know what? I'm looking at this docking port right here. I think I'm gonna... Oh no, that's an engine, isn't it? It is. Okay, let's control from here. Flip very quickly back to the station. I guess I'll squeeze into here. So, over here, back to here. Set that as a target. We are needing to go in a direction. I think... Yes. And slow down a little bit. How close are we? I think we're doing okay. Okay. So this should be this way? Nope. This way? Nope. This way? Yes. Actually, I'm going to bring down these Oh, no, they shouldn't be in the way. Everything should be okay. They should clear the noses of our two little space planes. Let's back up a bit. I feel like I'm just really close. Let's aim our camera up here so we can get ourselves a good view of all this. I think I'm good now. Yeah. No, this way. No, this way. I'll roll it a little bit. This is really... Actually, I don't think it's really accomplishing. I was thinking about our one solar panel, but it really doesn't matter. And what I think I shall do too is take this deploy angle, increase it a little bit. If you increase it too much, it actually looks kind of funny. It separates from the pistons and hydraulics that are there. Okay, I think I'm good. We're on a fine approach. Consider putting it in locked view. Maybe. That's not a bad idea. What is locked view again? That's orbital chase locked. Of course, now I've lost my view thing. Aim the camera here. I like having the camera aimed right on the docking port. That's a good idea, putting it in locked view. Not sure why I would not have thought of that before. Okay. Do want to make sure these air brakes here don't end up clipping my two little space planes. Time warp a little bit. You can see the target icon here and the little prograde icon right beside it. Actually, I'm going to back up again just a little because I'm just a little bit, maybe slow down laterally. Just a little bit concerned with the air brakes clipping the planes here. I think we're going to sneak in here. It's a tight fit. It is a tight fit. Will they hit? Oh, I don't think they'll hit. No, I think I'm concerned for nothing. Let's just start pushing in. And I'm trying to decide if I'm just going really slowly. That's what's going on. My frame rate has dropped a lot, or if I'm just going really slowly, and I think I'm going just really slowly. But that's probably better. Yeah, I think coming up with a better docking situation is not a bad idea. We're almost in there. Almost. There we go. Boink. Oh, come on, do it. That time. You are going to do it, right? There we go. That had me concerned for a little bit. And like always, I forget about toggling off those reaction wheels, which are up here somewhere. Because having reaction wheels that are perpendicular to each other. There we go. Toggle that torque. Okay, so what we want to do, we're going to shut down this engine. And we're going to do some crew transferring. So I wrote down here who needs to go down to the surface. So number 1 is going to be our pilot Valentina. And we're going to transfer her. I'm picking the one that's closer to the planet. I don't know which one's the first one and which one's the second one. We'll call this one though. And why won't she go over there? There she goes. And number 2 is Bill, who has been up here for a long, long time as well. So, Bill... Now, actually, just hang on. Bill is a level 2 engineer. How about my other engineers? Steven is level 1. I think that might be my only other engineer. Oh, and Michael O. Is Michael O staying with the station? Sorry, I'm losing track of stuff. Yes. Okay, Michael O can do the repair. The reason I was doing that is I want to service the engine, and I was trying to decide whether I need a Bill for that, but I don't. So we're going to get Bill down to the surface. So Bill is going to be the co-pilot. And also going down is Reynard, who also should be in here somewhere. Transfer crew. Reynard. Reynard is a tourist who wanted to go into orbit and instead ended up spending some time on the station. And we also have Javier, who should be in here. He was recently rescued from orbit about the moon. And we also have needing to go down Legui. Same thing, recently rescued from the moon. Undock. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. This way. Push the right buttons always helps. And there we go. We got everybody here. So Valentina, Bill, Reynard, Javier, and Legui all need to go down to the surface. Check to make sure that the reaction wheels are going. Looks like they are. Well, we can find out pretty quick. Just take off the RCS and see if you can... Yeah, they are. I never turned them off. Okay. Close this. Actually, I should have done that with an action group. I should also... I want those blinky lights to go off. They aren't going off. Okay, whatever. All right, let's get us down to the surface. I can tell the frame rates is not being my friend. Let's see. KSC. Oh, we just passed over the KSC. Oh, it's going to be a night landing. I hope people do not mind. Time warp over here to the day side. Okay, we're losing electric charge, so just give me... He's obviously not rotating the right way. Get those solar panels exposed. That should do it. Okay. Alright, so we need to get these folks down to the surface, and then we'll come back to the station. We'll stock up our NERV 1, and we're heading to Midmiss. Always like to start my burn right here, so I'm lined up with the Boomerang launch site. Activate our engines here. And I think we're going to miss the station. I should have checked that ahead of time, but it's looking okay. Still think I have it on lock. There we go. That's better. Okay. All right. And we're going to open up trajectories. We're going to use trajectories to help us come on in. So we're going to come in prograde. We're going to come in about 45 degrees at the start and then go down to about 20 degrees. Like so. We're going to target the KSC. And we're going to show our trajectory. Okay, put this back on target. We're going to keep you tucked up there. All right, let's get there. You see our little green cross on our target. That's where we want to go. And click. Let's go. Little bit coming short, but that's okay because we can adjust all that as we come in. So get one last blast of solar exposure. All right, let's get down there. Now I have descended this in simulation mode using the KRASH simulator, but I have yet to do this without that. So this is really the first descent of this thing with a full crew of 5 Kerbals aboard. So let's hope everything goes well. All right, so we're going to put it onto the little, see the little green square there? That's trajectories putting that there. That is our flight profile, though we'll be adjusting this so that we can close in on our target. All right, almost ready to hit the atmosphere. And then we're good. I'm just going to do one last look. We've got tons of electric charge, so that's going to be fine. We are on our way down. Here we go. Okay, let's time warp a bit till things get a little bit, air gets a little thicker. So far, everybody seems to be greatly enjoying this ride. They are pumped. Even our tourist is having a ball. I don't know what's been passed around for cocktails on this ship, but I want some. All right, here we go. Let's see here. It says here that I am undershooting a little bit, which honestly I don't really mind. I am coming a little bit to the south, so I think if I turn it this way, yeah, that's bringing this way. So I'm aiming a little bit towards the south. I need to come a little south. That's what this is telling me. And to be honest, I'm coming a little bit. The station or the runway, the KSC, is no. I'm gonna stall this a little bit. There we go. I want this to be a little bit short. That's intentional because I find it easier to glide onto the runway. All right, we're starting to get some nice heating. And do I have my... Yes, I do have my time warp all off. Okay, here we go. So I'm just adjusting pitch to keep this number relatively constant, the far distance we are east. And I'm a little bit off of my trajectory here, so I can keep pulling this a little bit more towards the south. But to be honest, I think I'm going to come back now. And come more or less onto. I think I'm pretty happy with our descent profile right now. As long as things don't get too hot. These heat gauges are the solar panels on the top that are very fragile. If they blow up, but hopefully they won't. Stalling it a little bit more. Trying to keep this 4 claw, well, maybe a little bit down. Let's get a little bit closer to the KSC. This is the right continent, the mountains there. You can probably see the lights of the KSC just beginning to appear. Put that on terrain while I'm thinking about it. But honestly, I think this is looking all right. My solar panels are starting to cool off. It means the worst of this is likely over. Then we got to put ourselves into glider mode. Oh, now one thing I wanted to do, take this RCS and just balance all this stuff. So now my monopropellant is balanced across all the tanks, and I can adjust that in flight. If I need to move the center of mass forward or back, I can do that because I have 3 different monopropellant containers. Let's take all these balances off. Okay, we are stalling. There we go. I wasn't on the menu there for a little bit. And I wasn't paying attention to... I think this is still pretty good. Start pitching downwards here a little bit. I'm kind of liking this. We're very high. I think I can turn off trajectories. I don't think that's doing anything for me right now. We're going to do the rest of this ball. Yeah. Okay, let's... Oh, I keep clicking on this window and then I lose control of the craft. Let's point downwards. Let's get down. Let's get down there. We got a lot of altitude. And actually, I rather do like my approach. But I need my air to be a little bit thicker, so I have actually some glide ability here. I hope people can see this all right in the night. I get some comments sometimes about all the blinky lights on these things, but I kind of like the blinky lights when I end up in the dark. I hope you do too. Okay, coming down here. Still supersonic, but we can deal with that as we get closer. Now, how's my balance? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Off RCS. It is pretty nicely balanced. I can probably put a little bit more at the front. Wow. Okay. Pay attention. I don't think I need this anymore. It's time. Pay attention time. Pay attention time. Things are getting serious. Things are getting serious. And I'm sorry, I am going to do a quick save. Because I think landing planes in general is one of the... And I'm going to give myself permission to revert. Hopefully I won't have to. But, because I actually really do like our approach here. Need to keep that speed up. You don't want to lose speed here. Because it's the speed that gives you lift. And so I'm keeping that speed up. We'll flare up as we get close to the end here. And no, I won't forget to put down my landing gear. Now might be a good time. It's not a bad glider, but I feel like I'm coming. I just need to... I think I'm okay. Could have come down a little bit more steeply, kept my speed up, but I think I'm all right. Oh, people look a little more concerned now, except for Valentina. Valentina's like, I got this. Don't worry. Everybody, calm down. Okay, get down, get down, get down. Boop. Piece of cake.